What's going on? This is the Winner Circle Podcast, all right? I am your host, the Home Team King.
D'Angelo Entertainment, man of all minis. We here at episode 16. We powered by True Tella Network. We sponsored by Nevada Hookah, which they all say.
The smoothest hookah this side. Tell you, I say the Anacostia River, Mississippi. We worldwide, man. We global with it. We taking this shishish and this Nevada hookah business worldwide, man. Shout out to D'Angelo Entertainment, man, for bringing me on, man, and
sure.
introducing me into the hookah business. But we're gonna go into our topics. But man, you know what? I never knew about the hookah business till I ran into you, bro. Like, and I know you learned from a few of your Arabian friends, man. They showed you a lot of stuff, and you told me a lot, man. I've learned within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I've learned more than I've ever even thought I'd know about shashish and just where it comes from. You know how certain the coconut coals. You know how things are smooth. How you use certain filters to what I mean to make things like just smooth when you hitting it, and just the water, the cool, everything. So man, when did you like go into the hookah? Like when did you like what year? Like just because it's been a minute. You told me, but I think the people want to know, man. Like your knowledge of this is like superb.
I mean, it was like right before, actually, it's crazy. It was right before COVID. Before kind of COVID kind of came along, I kind of got ahead of it. Had to cover Arabic guys that was willing to show me before it got to the States. So they already told me like way back then that before it come to the States, you want to get in front of it. So, you know what I'm saying? I just took the chance like I do with everything, man. And then, just kind of fell in love with it, felt passionate because I'm passionate about customer service. So I think that's one thing that kind of made me love what I do. Wake up each and every morning, stay up late at night. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that, my customers are happy and make sure that I run a real business. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man. So whatever it takes, gotta make it happen.
Yeah, hey, look, no guts, no glory, right? D'Angelo Entertainment. So hey, you
Yeah.
gotta bet on yourself. Hey, look, D'Angelo Entertainment bet on itself. Hey, made it big, gambled and won big. Home Team King gambled on itself. Hey, did it big, you know what I mean? And still pushing, and that's a great thing. And we'll get more on the shashish, but hey, shout out to Nevada Hookah. We are sponsored by Nevada Hookah, the smoothest hookah this side of anywhere. All right, let's go. So, I want to get back to the relationship. Relationships, a lot of times, like I said, sometimes we in situationships. What do you recommend our viewers and our listeners? Do you expect them or do you want them to choose peace or, drama? You know what I mean? When you're dealing with a relationship, I like to say sleeping in a cold bed sometimes because you don't want to be by yourself, but sometimes you got to be by yourself. It takes that solid. Sometimes you got to have that solitude. And then that a long time with God. Sometimes people are dependent on relationships.
Yeah.
Like I know guys and females, as soon as they get out, they got to have like, and it's like, when is it to the point where, I'm a lone wolf, so I'm single. I like to date. Like I can travel places. I can do things by myself. I like doing it, but everybody's not like that. So, like, how do you feel about that? Like situationships. Like, what do you give the viewers, or what advice would you give to them if they're in a situationship right now?
I would just go off my opinion. I'm more like a floating downstream. You know what I'm saying? When you floating downstream, just kind of see how things gonna go. A lot of times it's people start off strong with things and put things out there. I think as I got older, I'm just more of a floating downstream. But I think I'm in my life right now, I'm so locked in on a lot of things. I think just people gotta catch up or, kind of be on the same page to really engage me as a person of what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's for me is one of the things that kind of gravitate for me to us have a real relationship. You know what I'm saying? That can be business, anything. We gotta kind of be on the same page or have some type of motion going on. Cause right now, you know what I'm saying, we working hard out here in the motion.
No,
It's
no, I
going
get that.
crazy.
Like if you with somebody, you ever been with somebody, and like say you with somebody, right? And guess what? While you're with them 5, 10 years, they're always leveling up. Like for instance, like your fiance, hey, you know what? Of course, you got your gig, your government, your job that you do every single day, and that really pay the bills, and that's what you get, and you pride yourself on that. But guess what? She saw you in between that time create a hookah business. Not only a hookah business, you're power washer. You know what I mean? Like you are like basically a natural born hustler, like a new age hustler with it. And like she saw that without seeing that growth, if she saw him still being stagnant, you don't know how that relationship would be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because females and men, we always want growth. Same thing with a man. If you with a woman and she not grown, okay, she in school, but guess what? You know what I'm saying? She's still in school, still in school. She might be in school, but guess what? If she can't get a gig or if she can't do so, then don't start her business and you're still with her 10, 11, 12 years and she's still stagnant, you're gonna be like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, and what's wrong with me?
Yeah,
Am I, because your stagnicity, or sometimes when people are stagnant, they'll bring you back. And some people don't have that. They'll leave you before they let you bring them down. So why do people stay in relationship situations too long? I think it's just mainly comfortability. But hey, man, sometimes you got to get out your comfort zone. No guts, no glory. And sometimes when it's on the the grass sometimes is greener. Sometimes you so
yeah,
used to that comfort zone, you don't think that grass is greener. Anyway, let's go to the next topic. All right, doing what you want. Hold on, doing what we don't want to do to get what we want. That's a winner's trait right there. Sometimes we got to wake up and do the stuff we don't want to do to get the stuff we want. I'm talking to my son about that now. I'm teaching him work ethic. You know, he's at a gig right now. D'Angelo and Tim, he's probably gonna laugh right now that he doesn't like, and we know he don't. And it take a village to raise a child. That's why I got love for D'Angelo and Tim. He helps me. That's like he took the road. Yeah, that's my nephew. So I'm like, and that's always great because it's tough raising kids out here. But
yeah,
knowing you got support. But even D'Angelo and Tim, hey man, I told him like ask D'Angelo and Tim, ask him. Yeah, man, you gotta do the things you don't want to do to get what you want. My son's getting it, but your take on it, man. Doing this you don't want to do, getting in the mud when you got to sometimes though to get
yeah,
the things you want to do that you want in life. So
yeah.
anyway,
I just think that really goes about the person you are. You know what I'm saying? I think for me is I always had two jobs growing up. I started working at 13. My grandfather showed me the way, paying me cash at the end of the night. I think that kind of motivated me because I was able to get what I want. I was able to do what I want outside of, you know, being, of course, living with your parents and things like that. But I was able to buy what I want, save up what I want. But I think that motivated me because also I like to save. I love to save my money. You know what I'm saying? I like to kind of, make sure that I have on a rainy day, I'm able to run into that stash and have that know that I got that, you know what I'm saying? Not have to worry about nobody because I think that's the main thing for me. I don't want to depend on nobody. I always want to make sure that I have myself straight mentally, physically, you know what I'm saying? And I think those things really kind of just push me to be able to know that, working hard is the way to go, but also you know what I'm saying, having that stash on the side to save up.
most definitely. No, I love that, man. Like at the end of the day, shoot, man. Hey, we went to training camp. We're gonna get into that too. We went to training camp. Guess what? We had to get up 3,
Yeah.
4 o'clock in the morning.
You gotta
After,
do what you
we
gotta
was
do.
getting busy,
Gotta do what you gotta do.
we were selling hookah. I was at B&G Tavern. Shout out to B&G Tavern, Accokeek, Maryland. And, D'Angelo Entertainment was rocking and rolling at our flagship, location, Lacage Seafood. So, and then we didn't get off
Hey,
till late.
OTI.
And OT, excuse me. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Remember
Hey,
three locations
we
now.
juggling, baby. You know what I'm saying? We juggling, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then we had to still get up, and guess what? We're gonna do the same thing all over again. But we love it, man. And
Yeah.
we got to do the things we don't want to. Guess what? I had to get up early. My first training game. Thank you for driving too, man. Thank you for what I'm saying, joining me on that journey, man. We had a boatload of fun. We saw all our friends, man.
Yeah.
But guess what? If we was lazy and we just say, you know what? We just ain't want to go. We ain't want to get up. Guess what? We wouldn't have had that experience that we had. So
Yeah.
we had to do the things. But anyway, that's just in a
But that's something I've been doing though. I told you that. That's something I've been
yeah.
doing for years. I get up early in the morning. I make sure I get down there, make sure I get myself situated. But you just had to. That's what it is. I left two. I left two of my friends because they were late.
Right.
I
So
don't. I don't mind. Like I said, I'm the type of person, man. When I got something in place, or tell you a time, or tell you a place to be at, bro. You're not there. I'm going.
we out. We
I'm
out. So,
going. I'm out.
but the main thing, no, that's all good. But my point, the main point, no, that's all love. But the point was, hey, doing something we didn't want. You do it every. I don't care how many times a year you do it. You might not have wanted to do it this year, but you
Yeah.
did it because why? You knew it was a greater. You
Yes.
had to do something you don't want to do. Lose a little bit of sleep
Yeah.
to get what you want. You know what I mean? So
I never miss for I and this is a traditional annual thing for me. I never miss the first day of training camp. Never do. And that's something that again I tell people that want to go, include yourself, that hey, this is the time I leave. This is the time I like to get down here early, and you see why the reason I get down there early.
that's cool. Hey, look. So this the countdown right now. So y'all know. So we want to know. We gonna make it official. How many years straight is this right now? This is my first, but how many times? Because this is your tradition.
I would say, man, going back to when Dion was playing, bro.
So you went every single
Every single time. Remember that
Deion,
year? Remember that year? RG.
Girls, pull it up. When the last time Deion Sanders played for us? When the last time Deion Sanders played for the Washington Redskins? Let's see, because we got to go back.
Yeah.
No, this is remarkable. Because see, I track how many times. I haven't missed a home game at Northwest Stadium in 3 years. You know that, right? I keep tracking it. That's a big deal, bro.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? What you doing is a big deal.
Yeah.
You understand? So I want to know.
That's something
I want to know. I want to know. We're gonna count that. If it's 20 years, how
Yeah.
long have you been doing this, D'Angelo? Since 2000, my dude.
Yeah,
So you 26 years in, bro.
26 years. I
26
never missed
years.
the first. I never missed the first day of training camp, man. For 26 years, and two of my other buddies, AP and Lamont, they usually go with me. They've been doing this for 26 years with me.
AP
You know what I'm
Lamont,
saying?
shout out to y'all, man.
They didn't make it this one, but I got to keep that train rolling. You know what I'm saying? Always.
Home team held it down for y'all, man. We took pictures. We're gonna have all. Actually, we're gonna show a little bit because me and D'Angelo Entertainment went to see our favorite team of all, the Washington Commanders, their first day one of training camp, open day of the fans. I'm gonna put some videos up too. That's later on in the show. So real quick, but we're gonna get on that. Let's get back to hey, back to school, man. School is about to be here before for all y'all kids, parents that have kids. It's about that time, man. We definitely should lock in and start warming our kids up, man.
August 22nd, man.
Start warming them up. Hey, like give them little projects. Have them watch some history movies or something just to get their brain, because they need their summer. They definitely need their summer. Hey, we got those college kids starting college soon, man. Shout out to them, man. Parents, letting their kind of taking the training wheels off, letting their kids go. That's a big deal as well. So y'all leave any comments on the YouTube community, y'all fears of y'all kids, going to college, just going into school, just in this climate and this time.
Yeah.
How you feel about you have two daughters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The little is so cute, but she gonna start school soon. And you have your other daughter, she's going to
High school.
but no,
Bishop
you
McNamara.
got the Bishop McNamara.
Bishop McNamara will be on the swim team, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's big for me. But
That's
man,
So shout out to the back to school kids, man. We definitely, and then real quick, I just want to touch on, we do have the toy drive. Let the people know.
well, not the toy drive. We're doing a back to school drive. We're gonna stuff the backpack for kids, for the single mothers, for the single fathers, for the ones that need it. August 22nd, we're doing free haircuts. We doing for the young ladies. We doing the spa treatments for them and things like that. So make sure you'll sign up. I'll definitely put it up for you. It's gonna be August 22nd, and the location is gonna be in Sea Pleasant, Maryland, at the venue, 5800 at the venue. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have the grill out there, hot dogs, hamburgers. We're gonna have some vendors out there. We got a DJ. We're gonna do a moon bounce. We're gonna do the ices. We're gonna do the popcorn. We're gonna do it all August 22nd. So we're gonna make sure the kids, feel refreshed, make sure they want it, and make sure they have what they need for the first day of school.
Most definitely, no, I apologize. That's what my loud. No, thank you. So back to school, y'all know, man. Let's go, man. And real quick, before we kind of tap into some other stuff. So real quick, I was learning. I've been focusing and just kind of doing a lot of research just on certain businesses. Definitely LLCs and stuff like that, and just definitely trademarks and all that stuff. But one of the things that I've been locked in on is nonprofits.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, skills, pull up. So we can give the people a definition. I just want to give them the real. I know it, but I want to give the definition. Nonprofit. What is a nonprofit 501c? What is that? And I'm gonna explain to the people, because a lot of people, they say they know. I talk to a lot. Oh yeah, I know what a non. I know what a 501. But when you say certain words to people, you can really know. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, and receipts. So certain like language you speak to let know. People they let me know. If they know what they talking about. So 501c, it's an application you do have to fill out, but let's real quick, I'll tell you, a 501(c) is a common misconception. There is no such destination. The correct term is 501(c)(3), which refers to a tax exemption nonprofit organization under the Internal Revenue Code. To qualify, an organization must be organized and operated exclusively for exempt purposes, and none of its earnings may benefit any private shareholder or individual. So just so y'all know, I know a lot of friends. Shout out to my boy Ye. They have a nonprofit growing up. I know Cure the Streets in DC. I know it's been just a little bit of controversy. They haven't had the funding that they needed, but we still think a lot of those things help. And anytime, if you want to get into a nonprofit, if you have a nonprofit that you want to win a circle, podcast to be a part of. Hey, if you got anything for the kids, home team king, I dress up. We're gonna go all out, man. We had fun. I love this. So, man, if I gotta get in the car just to have some fun, man, do some, hey, give some, hey, homeless, anything, any 501c, we want to be a part of it because we are in the process of, hey, starting our own, man. Just something to benefit. It ain't for us. It's something to, just to benefit the people. So.
Okay. That's good, man.
Hey, if you didn't already, make sure you hit that subscribe bell, all right? This show, the Winner Circle Podcast, all right, is sponsored by Nevaeh Hook, all right? We also are powered by Truth Teller Network, okay? Also, like I said, make sure you follow all the hosts and don't forget to subscribe to the Winner Circle Podcast. Also, if you love sports, make sure you subscribe to the Live from the Field show. All right. Home Team King, D'Angelo Entertainment, Winner Circle. Let's go.
What up? What up? Episode 16. First, I want to start the day off by thanking God. I wanted to thank all our fans, all our supporters that's out there that continue to watch us, that look forward to us. Continue to like, subscribe, comment. Also, give us some comments on the show. What we got going on. Also let us know some topics y'all want us to tap into so we could try to, get around to it and make sure, we talk about the things y'all like to hear also. But today, I'd like to thank my boy, Home Team King, family, part of the Nevaeh Hookah team now, holding it down at B&G Tavern. Also like to thank our producer skills for being able to put this show together to give us this marvelous look that we got going on. So I like to give praise and like to start things off the day like that. And thank you for this blessing, great Sunday that we got going on, man. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
That's a reason why we switched to Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, and I love it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like divine. You know what I mean? I think, everything we do is divine subconsciously if we know it or not.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, man. And I've been selling a lot of hook. I was making fun of D'Angelo Entertainment. Everybody asks me, what's up? Because they know me and him. I'm always around and we always together. Man, what's up? Where's Greg? No, Greg want to do is sell hookahs all day. That's all he want to do. And guess what? Be careful what you say. Because see how the Lord work? Guess what I'm doing? Selling hookahs all goddamn weekend. Like, but the point, it's funny, but the point I'm trying to make is, man, I love it, man. Yeah. And I really appreciate it. Like, I appreciate it, man. And
always, bro. I appreciate you.
And then I get to network and touch the people.
Exactly. You're doing your thing. You're doing your networking. But hey, real quick, we about to go right into it, man. You know what I'm saying? So today is life is what you make it. Falls on you. And I wanted to kind of talk about that because a lot of people kind of complain about their life, what they got going on, this and that. But what are you really going to do? Are you going to still be kind of stuck into those things of what life is or what you complaining about? What are you going to do? What are you really going to do? I think people are you going to make the change? Are you going to still be stuck in that same way? What are you physically going to do? That can be either going to the gym. That could be either getting up early in the morning, preparation, which we always talk about on the show. And I just feel as though people have the same 24 hours of the day. Make it happen. I don't care what's going on. I hear your story, what you got going on, but this life has made us so many ways of being to do what we need to do each and every day. And it might be a slow process of just trying to, doing something, but hey, just make those steps forward to what you want to do in life. And what's your take on that, man? You know what I'm saying?
Man, we live it every day, man. Like, and there's a lot of times it's a lot of distractions. A lot of times, I'm gonna say something to add to that. Don't let people distract you. A lot of times when you focus, and it's an energy thing, man. You ever been doing a whole rack of stuff, right? And your phone just starts blowing up out of your phone ain't rung all day.
Yeah.
But as soon as you locked in, your phone is ringing. And it could be but it's always a strap. Or you got kids sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you talking on the phone, sometimes hey, his daughter hey, look, when I'm talking to Dad, let's say she be but she just be wanting his attention because she know I got his attention to a degree for whatever reason. And shout out to baby girl, but she does, but that's just subconsciously. But same thing with me. My son, sometimes what I'm doing, I'm not showing him attention. Hey, Dad, like they want that. So sometimes you got to learn how to prioritize and focus, man.
So second thing, we're going to talk about this little thing covering this real quick, but it's every door that closes doesn't need to be forced back open. Sometimes that lock is protecting you And that can goes for relationship, for work, everything that happened in your life. Sometimes we always look at like, damn man, like why wasn't I able to have that relationship with that person, or why is that person acting that funny, or why that person is acting that way, or why that person doing that to me. I think sometimes everything happens in life for a reason. And one of those things I had to realize as I grew up, like, God really put me in a position of this is the way he want things to happen, man, in life. You know what I'm saying? Like relationships that I had, thought things that was going smoothly with things, and things kind of shut down that I didn't expect to go. People to build with that put, what I'm saying, like us. You know what I'm saying? We had a mutual friend, what I'm saying, that kind of introduced us. But
Actually, I met you. I didn't. It just so I met you. I think I met you first, D'Angelo Entertainment. But I think how it ended up, we
yeah,
all kind of knew each other. We made our own circle out of that. So,
yeah,
but I think we met first. But I think me knowing us, we had a mutual friend,
yeah.
and then they brought us kind of together even more. I say
Yeah.
that.
Yep. And then with that mutual friend, hey, look where we at now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to, have your son on the team, gave him a job opportunity. We was able to grow with that. You being on the team, helping me out to with the growth of my business. And I'm just it's like it's crazy how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? You look at it like, man, like this person put me with this person, and damn, look where we at now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel as though a lot of doors close or shut or things like that for be able to get to this person, because God honestly wants you to get to that person, might want to move that person out the way to get to this person. So a lot of those things happen that way.
It's a great
So
topic. No, that's a great.
yeah.
Like I love that. That
Yeah,
was
you
good.
know what I'm saying? So that's one of my things I really wanted to in real life situations. Next, what we're gonna do is we haven't talked about this in a long time, man. And I'm really big on this. I'm really big on mental health. Mental health. We talked about that when we shot our first show coming out, before our first show coming out. And mental health, I mean, I think that, we also got to check in with each other, check in with your friends, checking with your families on mental health, making sure that make sure everybody, people good. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes a lot of people can act like they good, but sometimes people be in dark places, man. And you know what I'm saying? I also want to let my friends know, and I kind of check in, and I kind of want to make sure that, everything's okay. You got somebody you can call on. You got somebody to talk about what you needed, what you got going on, or kind of just make sure, put things in motion. And I think mental health for me is really important because, again, a lot of people like, man, you okay? You okay? I'm okay. I'm tired most of the time, but hey, you got to get it done regardless. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And right now I'm in a very, very high spirit um mood right now. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? And I love what I do, man. I mean, regardless of the hard work. So mental health for me is really important, man. How's your mental health?
My mental health, you know what, actually is pretty good, man. Like, and I know, we talked about a lot of serious issues with mental health that first episode. Both me and your family, we've had. I actually, had a family member
Yeah,
try to commit suicide. He actually had a family member commit suicide. So we touched on that. And mental health is everything. I'm gonna tell you something. It's crazy, and I know everybody's like, yeah, you gotta pray, man.
yeah,
You gotta pray, like you gotta understand first. Before you pray, you gotta understand it is a higher power. That sun ain't there for no reason. These
yeah,
birds and these plants, they running around naked. Why we have
yeah,
clothes? Just saying. You know what I mean? It's a higher power, and it makes sense that you gotta pray, man. And I think a lot of mental health comes from just us just not reaching out. And sometimes your friends, sometimes you gotta pray with your friends. Like I love how D'Angelo saying, hey, when we miss prayers, hold on. And I love that about it. And same thing with us. We have to
yeah,
do that. Hey man, can I pray with you? And sometimes people gonna shun you, but I think that's a
yeah.
big thing. And just communicating and getting it off your chest, man.
Yeah, getting it off your chest and just making sure you check in with each other. You know what I'm saying? Ask how your day going. I think I usually start my day off when I'm in my group chat with my team, which I call my family, and I try to say, hey, hope everybody's having a blessed and wonderful day. I don't just come all blah 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 this, blah 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 that, because also that person could be having a, you know what I'm saying, a fucked up ass day. You know what I'm saying? And you see in the group text that I start off early in the morning because I'm an early bird person, but also I just want to make sure that people, set the day, the day right. You know what I'm saying? By having a wonderful day. You know, taking that time out to say, damn, this person really checked in on me to say how I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? How was things going and things like that. So that's really
Some
important
people
to me,
might get
though.
irritated with it, but after
Yeah,
a while, guess what? If you stop doing it, they gonna fill a void. They're gonna be like, dang, hold on, I don't got that. So
yeah,
trust me, subconsciously, people we know, man. But nah, I love that, man. You get me up because sometimes I be on, my brain be on all kinds of stuff. Oh shoot, yeah, we do gotta yeah, and, hey,
yeah,
Greg, like, hey, don't forget, Nevaeh, hey, by the way, we doing X, Y, and Z.
yeah,
So that's good. That's just you being a leader, being a general. You know
yeah.
what I mean? That's what
Yeah, I
you gotta do.
appreciate
You
that.
gotta go out your way, you gotta go above and beyond. You gotta think outside the box. That's you
Yes,
thinking outside the box.
yes. So note on that though, because like I said, I'm big on mental health. Make sure you all check in on your peoples, check in on your close friends, check in on your family. Call your mother, your father that's here if they're still living, yeah, because life is too short. My dad's about to turn 60 next year, man. We're gonna turn up for him. But like I said, I think I've been doing a lot
Pops, happy
more.
birthday, Pop.
Hey,
Apologize, man. I got to give a let me give a shout out.
hey,
Shout out, Pops. Happy
shout
birthday. Am
out to
I
Pops,
invited?
man.
Am
Shout out
I?
to
Hey,
Pops.
look, I love parties. I love weddings and parties,
Oh,
man.
you'll
So
be there. You'll be there. It's next Saturday morning, man. So we're gonna turn up. But like I said, just checking in, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, a note on that. Check in with your peoples, man. Mental health is real, though. So next, what we're gonna talk about is social media versus real life. And we're gonna go on that, man, because again, I feel as though I really, really worry about myself a lot. I kind of really, and I'm in that stage now. I'm all about me. It's me, or and I don't care about nothing else that's going on right now because I always been worrying about other people, but this is my year that I've been kind of worrying about what I got going on, not really knowing what else is going on in life. But I think that for me is um just making sure that whatever you're putting out, whatever you're doing, that it's you. You know what I'm saying? And that can just be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like what you doing, or what clothes you wear, or what hairstyle you got, and things like that. I think that's just really about just being social media. People want to follow the trends of what's going on. Oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. No, I feel as though the person that you are is who you are. You know what I'm saying? And that makes a real bit different because that makes everybody else feel comfortable of who they are. You know what I'm saying? Who they can be. They can be them and not worry about trying to be somebody else or follow whatever else somebody else got going on. What's your take on that, man?
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something. Social media. I was taught by a friend of mine, and whatever you do, if you want to be in front of this camera
Yeah,
and whatever, even if it's social media, whatever, what we doing right now, you gotta live in your truths.
gotta live your
And a
truth.
lot of people on social media, they don't live in their truths. I try to live, I don't even try to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And
And it's
it'd be the people that you know that ain't even got like you're not even doing, bruh, chill out. You're not even
and
doing it.
sometimes but sometimes it's deeper than that. No, you're right, you absolutely right. But sometimes it's deeper than that, D'Angelo Entertainment. Sometimes people feel a voice. Somebody told me that they have to do social media. I was like, why you I have to do it because it's for my mental health. I need the attention. Like I need to post something so I know, hey, guess what? I don't have 3,000 people or 1,000 people liking something
Yeah.
in front of me. I have to do that. So sometimes people do that to fill.
And I wanted to really talk about that because again, you got some people that you see that kind of just not living their truths, not living their lives of what they really are. And these people that you grew up with, you know what I'm saying? You got to persuade a certain way to kind of look, and like, bro, you don't really live that life. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's people need to really like live their life, bro. And people gonna love you. People gonna love you. They gonna hate you,
Yeah.
and they're gonna come back and love you again. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's important for people to just be true to themselves and trying to go on social media and try to fake to be somebody else. Be who you are, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I
You know what
mean,
I'm saying?
great point, man. Like we only got to stay on the top of y'all. You said you basically explained in a nutshell.
All right, let's get it. We're going to the next topic. What we're going to talk about is, man, how important it is to forgive someone.
Mhm.
How important it is to forgive someone,
Can't
man.
move on unless you forgive, man.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
ain't really healed unless
Yeah.
you really forgive, man. Go ahead.
So I wanted to kind of really talk about this because I forgive everyone, but also a lot of times I don't need to be around you. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel as though when they forgive, they kind of make up, oh, we kind of need to do this, do that. No, we can be able to forgive that person and be able to move on in life and be able to kind of, still have our lives, you know what I'm saying? And still be at peace and still be at peace. So you got to learn to forgive people, but also don't show it. But also at the same time, we good. You know what I'm saying? And no, like we're really good. You know what I'm saying? We're really good because again, some people don't realize when they act out that one time that no, we're done. Like we're cut. But at the same time, I forgive you. I forgive you, but I'm going to also not be around you. And it's okay with that. And some people don't know how to understand that, but I'm telling people in life, you can also forgive someone, but you also don't need to be around that person.
I'm gonna say what I like to do all the time. Hey, Skills, I like pulling stuff up. Hey, Skills, Google distant. Well, you know what I mean. Loving someone from a distance, so to speak. Sometimes we gotta love
Yeah.
people from a distance, man. It's a lot of people I love. I just don't like holding grudges. I'm just not that type of dude, man. You gotta really do something to me. That's just me. If you don't know me, most people, if they know me, they know me. They'll tell you the same thing. But loving people, it's a lot of people I gotta love from a distance. It's a relationship that I was in for a long
Yeah.
time, and I love that girl. But guess what? She wasn't right for me. And we're better apart, you know what I mean? And it's all love, you know what I mean? Still
Yeah.
hugs and kisses.
Friendships.
But guess what? I love
You
you from a
know.
distance, you know what I mean? I love
Yeah.
what you do and who you are from that distance. And sometimes that keeps your peace and it keeps a lot of drama down. And we grown now. We ain't
Yeah.
got to be around it. Why are you being around people? We just talked about that last week. Why do you want to be around somebody that you're not really in love with?
D'Angelo Entertainment. We here at the Winner Circle. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comments. We on all platforms. You can't miss us. We drop every Wednesday. Y'all got to make sure y'all tune in. You know what I'm saying? We talk about a lot of good stuff on this show. And we global. We around the world. Come on. You would knowledge yourself. You would get a lot of good life skills on this show. And we gonna keep everything 1,000. Straight like that. Cause that's what we doing. Balling.
All right, we back at it. All right, this is the Winner Circle podcast. Okay, we are sponsored by Nevaeh Hookah, the smoothest hookah around, and we are powered by Truth Teller Network. Man, let's get right to it. So now, top five, real quick. I need you to pull this up for me, Skills, please. Top five organized crime groups. All right. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up, man, a lot of times, man, I know a lot of times I love gangster movies, man. Shout out to my favorite show, Raising Kanan, man. They just killed Marvin too, y'all. So, but a lot of times when we watch these movies, sometimes I be thinking like I want to go back into my past on certain things that I used to do, but I have to think like, hold on, man, it's a totally different time. But real quick, man, it is a lot. A lot of people don't know this, but shout out to those people that do. I love gangster movies and I love certain things. And I just like to stay on top of everything. So these are the top five gangs that's been ruling probably the world for the past forever. Number five, of course, MS-13. We have a lot of those in VA. Spanish gang, very very dangerous. And shoot, man, a lot of members. Their members, they do live by that. The members, it's only one way in, one way out. So. Not to mention number four, of course, the Colombian cartel. El Chapo, he just had that big thing when he escaped and they got him, and now his sons is running it. It's kind of scary. If you in Mexico, be on the lookout for certain things. Understand what's going on in the Colombia. Excuse me. Hold on, back. We can jumping a gun a little bit. Colombian cartels. Now, Colombian, that's more Griselda Blanco type stuff. So they have been holding it down forever, bringing coke in and all that stuff for years and years. And just be on the lookout in Colombia too. Certain spots, man, you want to be careful. A lot of my traveling people. Now, what I was talking about earlier, the Mexican cartels. You got the Sinaloa, okay? You got the Juarez cartel, Zetas. All of those, you got to be careful when y'all going to these countries and just understand your surroundings and what's going on. They just had a big thing right by Cancun or around the Cancun area because one of the drug people got kidnapped. So how you feel real quick about, does that scare you a little bit, D'Angelo? I brought it up because, just far as with me, I don't glorify it, but I do like to be, and I definitely don't want to be a gangster. You know what I mean? I know the gangsters is only gangsters in jail and they did, but I do kind of, the aura of it kind of is exciting. But a lot of the times with us, it's a winner circle, so we try to give you the do's and don'ts and ways to win. So I didn't want to make this negative, but I just more of a educational purposes. Be on the lookout when you into some of these countries. Real quick, we're gonna stop at Mexico. But how you feel about that, D'Angelo Entertainment? Just far as just being aware of what's going on worldwide, nationwide, and stuff like that.
Before I start, first of all, what made you bring this up with cartels? I think you better join the cartel, bro. Somebody know?
Nah,
Like,
nah, nah.
like people,
Look.
let's be real quick. I think Kenny about to join the cartel that he not telling me about, or he's about to get me into some shit
You about to get
I
a
don't
nigga
even
indicted.
fucking know about.
Hey, nah,
Like,
nah, nah, nah,
like,
nah,
but
hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. I had a choice. Somebody
I'm
asked me.
saying, like,
Hey,
what's going on,
listen,
bro?
I told somebody, man, you will never. I said when I came home in 16, 17, I said I'm never going. I'm not. And I haven't had a jaywalker ticket since then, for the record. But somebody did ask me, but I said, man, I denounced the streets to the ground. I'm never, man. I don't even know. I'm all that stuff. That stuff did. Like, man, what if a Colombian dude said, man, we're gonna give you 100 bricks, man? Would you do it?
Yeah,
I'm like, you know what? You know what I told him, and everybody like, nigga, hell yeah. I told him no. You know
yeah,
what? You know what's gonna cost with that? Your whole fucking family, your
yeah,
peace of mind, bro.
yeah.
So to answer your question, no. But my favorite show, Raising Canaan, is coming up, and we talked about last week. It's coming up on his last episode, so it's one of my favorite shows. So I just been kind of in a gangster aura. She been dealing with a lot of Italians. They've been dealing with a lot of Mexicans, and they just killed,
Yeah.
one of her plugs. So it was just a lot of stuff going on with that. But no, I'm not joining a cartel, D'Angelo Entertainment. That ain't what I. But that was so funny. You asked why I brought that up. I knew you was gonna say that.
Kenny, are you joining the? Like, nah.
So we're gonna end this out, man, because it's a weird subject. And D'Angelo, I just came out the blue with this one. So number two would be
Kenny
the
doing something
Russian.
that we don't know about, man.
Number two would be the Russian mafia. Y'all don't know, but the Russian mafia, they're number two. Let
Yeah,
me tell you why they're number two, because they're more worldwide conglomerate. They're in all countries, you know what I mean? Most of the time, those cartels, they like to deal with America. They deal with other states too, but mainly those countries that love coke. But these guys, they do everything from extortion, everything. And then number one, last but not least, the Sicilian mafia. Of course, Rock.
yeah,
And, my favorite show, she just got her plug pulled from under her, and it was the Sicilians. And a lot of times, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people, they think blacks, we bring all this stuff in the country. Let me tell you something. A lot of the time, the Italians, they started that. So anyway, just for my people that love gangster trivia and triology or just knowledge. Anyway, top five organized crime families. Anyway, on to the next thing. Let's go. This is getting a little scary, right? Let's go. So, uh, old sayings, man. Just since we talking about this, man, I skipped a little bit. Listen, old sayings, stuff is easy to get in, but hard to get out. You know what I mean? It's easy to. Hey, I remember the Angela Entertainment was talking about someone had this little Ponzi scam where they said, "Hey, you put 2,000 or $100 in, and we get this." Hey, stuff easy to get. Okay, that $100 or whatever, he thought he was gonna get 10,000. You know how hard it was for him to get out of that. You know what I mean? Guess what? I was messing around. Guess what? We used to hustle a lot around my neighborhood, right? And eventually that kind of dead. Our block went dead. So we had some Africans and they was doing a lot of scams and doing a lot of all that stuff. And guess what? I jumped into a pot that was already brewing. You know what I mean? One of the dudes, his brother was big, had millions of dollars, or he thought he was gonna be him. My dumb ass, not knowing nothing about fraud and scamming. That's African shit. That's Nigeria stuff, respectfully. And you got not all Nigerians. I got a lot of Nigerian friends, good people, but we all know, just like if you got an Italian in your friend, somebody in the mafia. You know what I mean? If you got a Mexican friend, somebody who from Honduras, they probably from MS-13. If they from Mexico, somebody know. But anyway, it's not that far fetched. But you know what I mean? Stuff is easy to get in and hard to get out. I jumped into an indictment and I spent 36 months of my life, not to mention paying restitution. I'm still paying it. So now something I made a decision for 30 seconds or maybe a couple of months to a couple of days to a month, I made a decision. I had to pay for that for still paying for 15, 10 years down the line. So how you feel about that, man?
I mean,
Stuff easy to get in, hard to get out. How you feel about it? What can you give me? I gave one of yours, but you know what I mean? A situation where stuff, just to let people know, man, how, don't get fooled. Don't be tricked by the little things because you think you doing something, but hey, that could be something that could be a big problem. You can open a can of worms.
I always take things as like when you do something, think about the bigger picture. That's like stealing from somebody or stealing, period, from anything. And I just think those things, I was always this, I told you again, I was always the scared friend.
No, but some
was
niggas scared to
always
say they scared. No, I
Oh,
appreciate you can be scared, bro.
I always been the
What?
scared friend
That's
of
strength
doing
right there.
things because my parents put into me a lot of the consequences that come about. Again with me having my two girls, like if I do this gonna cause me if I get do this, and I'll probably be the one to get caught. I would be away from my kids for so many years, and I think times are precious these
I respect
days.
that shit, bro.
You know what I'm
Respect that.
saying? Of doing things, or again, stealing from someone or stealing something from one, because at the end of the day, karma hits you a thousand times. You know what I'm saying? 1,000 times. And I felt that before because I've done a lot of dumb shit back in my day or done something that I thought I was going to get away with. And it hit me so many times. And I think I just always want to have that good heart of mine and be honest of a honest person, because again, if you being honest, a good person, God's gonna bless you 100,000 times, man.
Most
You
definitely.
know, and I just always kept that, but I always look at the consequences. Like, if I do this stupid shit, that shit gonna put me in fucking jail, fucking 5, 10 years. That's away from my life, from what I got going on, for what I'm doing and things like that. When I'm doing the right thing, that my hard work and money be able to make me do what I need to do, and that goes a long way, bro. Because we're gonna land some shit that we ain't even thought we was gonna land.
And a lot of times people talk people in, good people into doing stuff. There's a lot of people sitting in jail just like you that was scared, that didn't want, and they made a bad decision, bro. So one
One decision could mess
right.
everything up.
So hey, shout out to my nana, man. Hey, look, she turned 95, man. Much love to her, man. Clap up for my nana, man. Much love to my nana, man. She told me that years ago. She said, tell you what she said. She said, grandbaby, I know I do voices.
Yeah.
Grandbaby, easy to get in, but baby, it's hard to get out. And you know what? I didn't understand what she was saying at the time, but as time went on, guess what? Is the risk greater than the reward?
Yeah.
Instant gratification
Yep.
is not the way. A lot of times we think that's why people do social media, because they want that instant gratification. Sometimes people want to buy shoes and don't even want to invest because they want the instant gratification.
Yeah.
But it's greater later. And guess what? Sometimes you get yourself in stuff and it's hard to get out. It's definitely crime. And I respect you for saying, if somebody say I had a problem when I came, I'm gonna tell you something real quick. I ain't gonna be long when I promise you. One of my friends, you know, he in the streets or whatever the case may be, and you know, he told me, "Hey, come ride with me real quick." This is when I first came home, and I was like him, and I was scared. I'm not about to jeopardize this. My son know I'm back home. My mom and them, they would look at me like an idiot. I would feel like the complete fool because I was thinking. I didn't think at that time before, but now that consequence made me think. He told me get in the car with him. I was like, hey, bro, I was like, nigga, you know you be strapped and shit. You got, yeah, I'm about to, first of all, I said, what you doing? Man, I'm about to go run. Man, I ain't seen you in a minute. Man, come, nigga, I'm about to make some runs. Like, listen, I tell you what, my nigga, listen, bro. Listen, I'm listening. And he's watching too. He noticed, he respected too. Listen, bro, go do whatever you got to do. Go rip and run. Go run and rip and run. Go make your sit, whatever you going to do, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga, no, man, I ain't even got nothing on me. I'm picking up. I said, but guess what? You strapped, right? Guess what? I'm a felon. If I get in the car with you, I got 5. Man, I'm gonna take my charge. I get it, bro. The point I'm trying to make is we're not even gonna put each other in that position. Put yourself in the right position, and there's no instant gratification. And the risk is greater than reward. Well, is the risk greater than the reward?
Yes,
Ask yourself that question, bro.
What up? What up? Episode 16. Hey, we ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Let's get right into it. So we're gonna talk about money will expose every relationship, no matter what it is. Your family, your friends, your relationship, everything. Money will expose every relationship. And I really wanted to talk about this because um I had even with my parents too, you know what I'm saying, them helping me with a lot of stuff, and you know what I'm saying, me not able to do what I need to do, give them some type of saving money or things like that. I just feel as though, like, when you supposed to stick with what you supposed to do as far as money, giving money, anything, paying a bill or anything, and it's not on time or it's not communicated. I also feel as though that the relation, like, that could set the tone for a lot of people. That's even like, what I'm saying, when we, out, I'm treating this, I'm treating that, or I'm doing this with the hookah. We smoking hookah and everything. You know what I'm saying? You did smoking hookah with me. It should be automatic to fucking put a tip down or anything and say, hey, I appreciate it. But people don't understand that sometimes, and I feel as though that kind of tests a lot of relationships with a lot of people, because again, it's a respect thing at the end of the day, regardless what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So when you're not able to say, hey, you know what? Here you go, Greg. Here you go, $40. We was smoking hookah all night. I ain't buy a hookah, but hey, I'm going to contribute to something that what you got going on. $40. That's like for me with a bill or something in the house that need to be paid that's not being paid, that I didn't communicate with. You know what I'm saying? That would kind of like tense a person up because like, damn, nigga, you ain't let me know that you didn't have the money this day or you didn't have this day. It all goes back to communication. You know what I'm saying? It's an easy fix when you communicate at the end of the day. And that goes with each and everything. And that goes of when I say relationships can ruin things, but it also can fix things also if things are communicated.
Nah, man. I mean, money the root of all evil, man. I'm gonna tell you something about me. I think a lot of people, in defense, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Excuse me, y'all. I'm gonna play devil's advocate with this. A lot of times, people are so society puts a pressure on us to worry about money, worry about bills. You got to hurry up and get to work today. You got to get up, beat traffic, get up early, do all this stuff. Like it's society puts that on us, and you
Yeah.
know what I mean. Me personally, that's why I tell D'Angelo Entertainment, no, hey, listen, I live off energy. Guess what? I'm a billionaire. I don't know if I want to say that. I'm like, but guess what? And everybody know I'm not really. Do I have it in my bank account? No. But guess what? My energy, I roll like that, man. And I still give, man. The other day I gave somebody something. They curried me. They said they didn't want it. They asked me for food. And then they said, but that was a whole nother story. But I still continue to give. Hey, D'Angelo Entertainment, the more I give, the more I get back. And a lot of us as black, especially the black, we think we got to hold it.
Yeah.
We got to hold it. Guess what? Somebody told me, old head told me, you gotta give to receive. Open your hand up. Hey, guess what? D'Angelo Entertainment, y'all smoke. I smoke a hookah all the time. Guess what? Everybody does. It ain't nothing to, hey, D'Angelo Entertainment, a little kick. But hey, I bought you a drink, D'Angelo Entertainment. I've seen so many people do that. Shout out to my girl Jade. All right. I know. Shout out to Jade. All right. Jade, man, she can smoke. She can come on my location, his location, anytime. And you ain't got, but she shows she appreciates us, man. And it ain't about the money, man. Sometimes most of the givers, they have the most money. If you really look at it. Think about it. The most people that they give the most, they have the most. They have the most financial freedom because it's not because they're so structured in their bills and they know how to pay everything. It's because they're givers and the Lord bless them.
Yeah. All right. We're going to go to the next thing. Can't be controlled by something I already survived. And that's being alone, keeping your head up through tough situations. I really wanted to talk about this because I used to be the type of person growing up, and I think I probably changed this within myself the last 3 to 4 years. And I think, if a group already plan to do something or anything we got going on, I feel as though like no matter what it is, and I'm thinking about this while I talk about this and just want to make this clear that things it's going to be a falling out. People not going to show up, people not going to come to things, people not going to always be there, but I think it's for you strong mentally, whatever y'all got going on, still go. Still go on that trip. Still go to that bar y'all was gonna go to. Still go to that family function which I go through because it's gonna be people also that's not going to be on the same page as I don't want to go, but I also think that shows the type of person you are. And I think for me is survival. You know what I'm saying? With me doing my business, people was telling me like, I don't know about the hookah. I don't know if it's gonna be here this long. I don't know. I don't think it is. I don't think that's it. And I think for me, I think it was me. I'm proving that. I'm proving that in the long run of saying that with me growing in my business to show that I'm here to stay. I'm here for this. And I just think that really goes with a lot of situations in life that you can take that as to keep going in life. No matter what's going on each and every day, get up, do something, build towards that, write something down, and that shows survival because people all day is going to count you out regardless of what you do.
Well, they don't believe in themselves, D'Angelo Entertainment. How they gonna believe in me and you? How they gonna believe in somebody else?
But again, people will bring you down for that because again, they'll tell you, you can't do this, you can't do that. So they can see you fail.
Exactly.
But you got to rise up each and every day to go out here each and every day and produce and show them like what you tell me. But
and sometimes it ain't, and all the time, guess what? They see it. Sometimes I be feeling like I be having to press the issue. I ain't got to press the issue. Listen, you know how many people laughed at me, bro?
Yeah.
Before I started doing my videos and all that stuff, they laughed at me for getting up. Why you going to the games dressing up? They're going to lose X, Y, and Z. But guess what? We kept going because guess what? I'm going to tell you another thing too.
Yeah.
Get them people to away from you. Them naysayers, like you did, them naysayers ain't really around. You love them from a distance, man.
They already
but they ain't around.
removed.
Right. So the point
They
I'm trying to
already
make is,
removed in
if
my
you
life.
give me any, and that go for you out there, if anybody knocking you, Lord put that in your head for a reason and carved it out for you.
Yeah.
Don't tell everybody what you doing.
What you got going on?
Don't tell
them.
Hey, listen. Jesus did it a long time now. I keep telling you, we're gonna get spiritual too. Guess what? You know, when he healed up, well, not healed, he fed a lot of people down. Had like 3,000, 4,000, thousands of people. He had 12 disciples. He only chose 2 of them to go up to the mountains. And he said, "Come to the mountain. I want to pray."
Yeah.
He transformed in front of them. I think I told y'all this story before. It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. He transformed into them, and the God of all hosts actually spoke and said, "Jesus, this is my son.
Yeah.
Love him, and I'm very pleased with him." And then boom, everything changed. They walked back down. While they walked down, Jesus said to them, "Do not speak of this until my resurrection." If Jesus knew when to hold a secret and when the time was right, as humans, we gotta do the same thing. I'm gonna leave it right there.
All right, look, we can go on this all day, but y'all know we on the time. But next,
We got plenty of time, man. We got
next,
plenty of time to tell the
we're
people.
going to go to, you have a question, some people in your life and ask why it didn't work out. But what did I put earlier? What did I write down? I wrote some deep stuff early this morning, man. But it worked
your
out
time,
for a
bro.
reason. It worked out for a reason. And I think it's just based on what we just talked about, kind of just triggering back off of that. Because again, you know, some people will count you out for real in life, man. They want to see you fail. They want to see you not make it. And I just, I just think that, people, you need to show the level up. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Kendrick Lamar, but pop out and show niggas. You know what I'm saying? What's really going on? You know, my man Black always tell me, he like, bro, you got motion. You got motion. And I don't like being there because I'm a very humble person, man. I tell people thank you all the time. I just like to stay humble, bro. Like, where I came from, Walker Mill Road, Capitol Heights, man, we came from nothing, bro. And I'm not going to say that for me because I had both of my parents raised up. But the environment that I grew up in, bro, like I said, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, wasn't doing nothing that's going on.
You had things that your friends didn't, and you could see the difference. Maybe their parents was on drugs, and that's the same thing with me. Like I was in a tough neighborhood, but my parents, I might not have had all the Jordans, all the shoes every time, but guess what? All the lights was paid. I had food on, and I don't remember the light or the water bill ever being off. Shout out to my parents, and I always had food on the table, and that's it. They say as long as you got that, you good. But like a lot of our friends was misfortunate. And sometimes, like I say, I give them passes for that too, because sometimes things, all of us, we blessed, bro. Everybody ain't blessed like we are, so. Right there.
Everybody's blessed. I ain't gonna care. I don't care what nobody said. Everybody had their own special way of being blessed, But next, what we're gonna go to, some people follow you, but don't follow you. It goes for the ones you don't hear from or haven't talked to in a while, that always know what's up with you. But what you got going on, and asking people to update on a person. And this goes for social media. This goes for people that just, that have friends that you don't talk to and things like that in life because they always like, what's going on with Greg? What's up with Greg? But it's an easy fix. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? You know that I have the locations. You know that I got kids in life. You know what I'm saying? But it's just kind of weird for me to have people still asking that don't follow you. And I think those people are not in your life for a reason, but I also think that, you know what I'm saying, people don't, they just haters, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, man, you got a lot of people, and I'm gonna tell you something. Like I said, how they going? They not even happy with themselves, so how they gonna be happy with you? You just got to keep going, man. A lot of times, I try to stay positive, not think about the negative, because you got people that ridicule you. You got people that don't believe you. You got family members. What are you doing? Are you making money? Are you doing it? Whatever, man. Guess what? You got to keep it moving. You got to have tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Remember that Kodak Black song?
Yeah. Which one? I know
Yeah,
that song.
that's it, man.
Oh yeah,
Give that song, man.
yeah.
Anyway, I keep going. You like how I say that shit. You like that? I kept that. You like it.
Yeah, I like that.
Keep moving.
That's one of my favorite Kodak ones. But I wanted to kind of enter that note on pretty much just letting people know that just keep going. Just keep going. Like you said, you're gonna have them people that you want to follow you, that want to follow your social media, that don't follow you. I feel as though just keep going, just keep stepping, keep having motion, keep praying, and keep going. But Man, we had a fun day yesterday, man. We went to the Washington Commanders' first day to the public training camp. I went with my boy. He got up in the morning. He was on time. He was waiting for me. Surprising to say, he was waiting on me yesterday.
I got to the studio before you too today, by the way.
You did get to the
And most
studio.
of the time he
You
beats
did.
me, so yeah, I'm gonna say,
Right.
hey, you know,
Right.
hey,
But we're not gonna talk about that.
You ain't gotta stay humble.
We ain't gonna
Sometimes
talk
you
about
gotta let
that.
people know,
We
man. Sometimes
on
you
to
gotta pop
training
up and
camp.
show up.
We're gonna talk about our great day yesterday. We had at the training camp, man. We had a great time, man. Shout out to Tanner, man. Shout out to Fred. Shout out to Kent Harvey. Shout out to Woody, that's always showing us love.
Woody.
Man, you know what I'm saying? And be able to have a little spot for us because we got there a little late for me to get our place. But we had a good time, man. It seemed like you enjoyed yourself because you got a lot. He got a lot of videos we're gonna show y'all on the show, man. A lot of content. He built a lot of relationships and things like that. And he's gonna continue to, but that's the reason why you got to come to these things though, man. Because again, when you really get on that road, and I'm telling you, once you get on that road, you're really going to build your audience up with people that you didn't even think you was going to build with, man. So how was your experience yesterday, man? Going to day one training camp in Ashburn, Virginia. How was your experience with that?
You know what? Guess what? You know, I talk for a living pretty much, I feel like, and I'm always talking. Guess what? Skills. Go to the video. I'm going to show you something real quick. Check it out. This is an interview I had with linebacker legend, Washington Redskin legend, Ken Harvey. Check it out.
Ken Harvey, okay? He is a legend, as you can see. I want to know who you think is the breakout player this season.
Sonny Sauce, linebacker.
Sonny!
Yeah.
Oh, from a linebacker himself.
Come on, man. Linebacker. You got to go with that. But I think he's in the position to be a breakout player, to be a leader. So hopefully he's the guy.
Hey, look, we really appreciate that.
Appreciate
God
you,
bless you.
bro.
Have fun, man. I
Thank
see you
you, man.
around, man.
I appreciate
Live
you,
from the
man.
field show. I'm the home team king,
Okay.
man. You got to come into the studio edition, man.
I know, man.
All right, I got to hit you up,
All
man.
right, take
All
care.
right, bro.
All right, we back to it. So listen, that was crazy. That was a dream come true for me to interview
Ken Harvey, legend, man. Legend.
Real quick, we got a little bit of time, but shout out to DJ Woody and D'Angelo Entertainment. Guess what? Got a little shout out that they gave. Let's get to it.
Go.
Make sure you follow the Winner Circle Podcast live from the field show.
You already know. Outside, baby. Training camp, day one.
All right, man, it was remarkable. It was like almost how many? 3,000 fans there, right, D'Angelo Entertainment?
Burgundy and gold, baby. Football season is back.
Hold on, let's get to it. Let me show y'all. I'm gonna let D'Angelo go into it. Hold on. Let's show the video, man. Go ahead.
Oh, you saw?
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? It was a great experience, man. Like I said, I've been doing this 26 years, man, and I still love it to this day and still be able to get up early in the morning, hit the Tony's breakfast in the morning. Hey, man, if y'all go to Tony's, man, shout out to Tony's on 8th Street, man. Get that DMV omelet with the grits on the side, man. You know,
Tony's for years. Like
Tony's been there for years, man. Tony's for years. But look, I love them because they open up and run. They give you good customer service. Tony on 8th Street. If y'all ever come to the Washington, D.C. area, make sure if y'all want a good breakfast spot, make sure y'all check out Tony's. But like I said, man, I love the training camp, man, because it kind of bring you around. It really shows you that football season is back, man. You know what I'm saying? People just, this is the best part of the year, man. I tell everybody that the best part of the year, I don't care what's going on my birthday, whatever my birthday in January, but football season the best part of the year, man. If I had to trade it, I would trade football season for my birthday.
Football season is just amazing. America, like, it's just a frenzy when football season come. Everybody's attention is on it. Hey, real quick, man, we could be going on and on, but hey, shout out to y'all. Much love. Make sure you subscribe to the Winner Circle Podcast. This is episode 16.
Episode 16, man. Give applause for yourself.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Ready to die is why I act that way. Mom Duke let Pop Duke. The faggot took the back way. I was used to hoes suck my dick up. I used to do stick ups, but hoes is irritating like the hiccups. Excuse me, flows just run through me like trees, the branches, twist the avalanches. It's the praying mantis, deep like the Father Farrakhan, a motherfucking rap phenomenon. Stop playing with me.